Good evening, you guys. Carol here, artist of Only Trees, and I guess you're looking for part 4 on that build of the Crepe Myrtle tree. So in this video, I was working on it still the day before, and so this is what I did. This will be me talking about what was going on, which you probably have taken notice to. I do quite often. I'll record it and then talk over about what I am in the process of doing. Okay, so part 4, here you go. Okay, here I am. I completed going all the way around after making that chimney sweep. I'm going back to those sections and I'm going to split them now into 2. Getting my fingers down into that V and twisting 3 half turns each. Nice and tight. And then moving on to that same section, but the other set of wire. Again, not counting, just splitting. Getting my fingers down into that V, twisting 3 half turns. I'm going to do this all the way around that base. If the wire gets in your way, you just push it aside. There's a lot of wire here. 14 inches in total going all the way around for the root system, and just keep on twisting. So for this next part, first I have to apologize. You know when you think you hit that record button and you didn't hit that record button and you thought you were recording but you weren't recording, but you've already done what you needed to do or were involved in, and then you go back to hit that record button to turn it off and you never turned it on to begin with? I apologize. So I'm going to have to talk my way through that one. But this next part of the video, the base of the root system is almost complete. So let's watch this part and I'll come back in and explain what I was doing. In this part of the video, what I wanted to show you was how much wire you lose when you are twisting. So I'm using the 18 gauge copper wire. I have a measurement of an untwisted 5 pieces of 18 gauge wire, and I'm measuring at 6 inches. I'm going to put my camera on a time lapse and I'm going to twist the 6 inches of untwisted wire to see how much wire we lose when twisting the 5 pieces together. Okay, this is the time lapse. I'm twisting 5 pieces of wire together. Well, that didn't take long. All right, so I have my 5 pieces of 18 gauge wire twisted, 5 pieces on one and 5 pieces on the other. Okay, let's take that ruler and find out what length we have now. We were at 6 inches when the wire was untwisted, and now when I'm going to cut off the very ends of that wire, I'm at 4.5 inches. So twisting the 5 pieces of wire together, I lost 1.5 inches of wire. I think this is a little bit important to know because a lot of times when we're calculating on the size tree we want to create. We're not thinking about the amount of wire that we lose lengthwise when we're twisting. So I hope this was a benefit to you guys, and understanding on the amount of wire we lose and how much we need to create the larger trees. Okay, so you can see that I have almost completed the root system. I started out with 14 inches of untwisted wire. And this is what I'm ending up with. I need all of this support with that amount of wire, bringing it in and making it sturdy. I've gotten approximately the size of a small dinner plate diameter of a root system to hold this whole tree up, because it will be sitting on top of that black walnut base. So the wire on the bottom needs to support the large tree and all of the flowers that'll be put on the crown and the top of the tree. I hope that part of the video really helps when you're calculating how much wire you need to create that particular tree. But I wanted to show you, again, I apologize for not realizing that I did not hit the record button to show you what I did to get to this point. But basically is after I had those sections twisted, I took those sections, split them up again, and then I started connecting them to each other so it all become one part and would stay together. Also, I added anchors, and if I turn it to the side, you can see these are the anchors that I'm going to use in that black walnut base that I showed you a couple videos back. I don't know if it was part 2 or whatever. If you are just seeing this and haven't seen the other videos, go back and look for the build of the Crepe Myrtle tree. It all started out with the first video I did when I was doing the wrap. So it starts there, and then I've added a couple parts already. So this is part 4. This is the root system, completely hand twisted with the anchors ready to go for that black walnut base. I still have my rubber band, it's still there. I'm pretty sure that if I take this rubber band off, it will stay connected because of the amount of wire, 240 strands of 18 gauge wire here. But the next step is to start working on that trunk and then the many trunks that come out of the Crepe Myrtle, and then the rest of this wire for all of those branches. Oh, guys, thank you for watching this point. I'm hoping that you're having an awesome day, and we will talk soon. Hopefully the record button will be recording, as I'm double checking right now that it is on, so I'm not doing this part over again. But guys, have an awesome evening. Enjoy that cup of tea or hot chocolate or whatever you got in that cup sitting next to you, and we will talk soon.